Hi there, welcome to Your Time with DocSquared. Why DocSquared? Well, I'm Dr. Anthony and I've got a PhD, and here I've got Dr. Michelle, also with a PhD, and we want to use those skills to add value to your life. The topic today is the evolution of money. I don't know anybody more passionate about the evolution of money. Why is it?
For me, I love to explain to people how money has evolved, because confusion will always lead to inactivity. So if we do not understand how money has formed and where we are with our money today, then we're not going to move forward.
That makes sense. Well, what then is the first step in this evolution we're talking about?
So it goes right back to the very beginning. So I'm literally going to take you to the beginning. The barter stage, many years ago, and trust me, my husband still barters. He barters.
Well, that was only the beginning stage, but I can tell you, I still barter today. I swap things for other things because I add value, somebody adds value to me. So bartering is still real and alive, but it is an evolution. So it's moved from there to what?
So as it's gone from bartering, now can you picture this, all right? If you were giving me every single month 4 chickens for my 1 cow, for example, and all of a sudden I came to you and I said to you, no, I'm not going to pay you this cow, I'm going to give you this gold bar. And you're like, what can I do with this gold bar? You know, can you imagine the conflict you and I had over that, and the mistrust and all that goes with it? But in seriousness, all right, the wealthy decided that they needed to convert into, they found this gold, and so then you had the gold bars. And we see the old Western movies where the bandits robbed the gold bars and all that kind of thing, and it was too heavy to carry these bars around. So then what they did is they decided to mint coins. So as they minted the coins, it was easier to carry around. And we all know, again, the sack of coins and those kind of things.
But hold on. I'm thinking in my mind now. I went from the chicken and the cow, and I had a good deal. 4 chickens for 1 cow. I was winning. Okay.
You were.
Then we went into the fact that gold bar and used to the heavy gold bar. Now it's coins that are just little things. Can you imagine that the torment in your mind? But these are little fragments of silver or whatever it is, exactly, in place of this heavy gold bar. That fragment of change is really a challenge.
It's a big challenge, because even you take your children, for example, and we all knew it doesn't matter if the I'm going to use South African rands, it doesn't matter if the 5 rand coin, all right, was 1 coin versus giving 3 50-cent pieces. The child would fight for the 3 50-cent pieces, not because it thought they were getting more money, and not understanding that the value came with the weight of the coins and the size of the coins and that kind of thing. So then the coins became a problem to walk around with, and so then it evolved into paper money.
Okay.
All right, so
that makes sense because of the weight.
Yes.
So we're literally from bartering into gold, from gold into coins, and from coins into paper.
Into paper.
Okay, that makes sense.
It does, hey. But now think of the conflict going behind paper. And did you know, please go and look at your paper money. It doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the Reserve Bank of whatever country that you actually come from. So it is illegal to keep paper money in and under your mattress, all right? Although, yeah, I won't go there.
So it doesn't belong to you.
No, it does not.
But now we use paper money, we transact, and that's really not a problem.
And it became fun. It was easier to carry around, and lighter to carry around, and then people got used to it. Isn't it interesting how all these changes most times was a resistant, but then we became used to it. And then came the plastic money, the credit cards. Now, that was a big no-no. So I would give my dad, for example, he refused to carry one of those credit cards around, even though and we can still put money into the credit card for the convenience of just carrying a card around. Until one day he went from KwaZulu-Natal to Cape Town, and he wanted to hire a car.
Oh, yes.
And he had enough money on him to hire the car. In fact, he could have probably bought the car with the money, because he only carried cash around with him. And they wouldn't let him hire the car. And they wouldn't let him.
So he needed a credit card whether he liked it or not. Wow.
So the system
forced you.
There we go. There we go.
So we see it together, because it forces you and I to go to the next level.
It does.
Okay, so that was a big way of thinking. Things work differently,
Yes.
and we have to change. Nobody likes to change. I mean, because change is comfortable. We like the way it is. So plastic cards, in terms of the credit cards, really started making a difference. But then the next notch came, and that was a big step.
That was a big step. And one of the things we need to understand is that human nature is we always resist what we don't understand. Now, the next stage. For those my age and Anthony's age, we're not talking to the younger generation because you're about to have no clue what I'm about to say. And that is, do you remember we used to get our money in a little brown paper envelope, and it wrote your PAYE and your UIF, all this, and you got your money and you went home and you counted your money on a monthly basis or weekly basis. Then they gave us a check. All right, so this check was written out, and we kind of like had to trust that, oh my goodness, this check is actually, now I don't have the money anymore, now I've got a piece of paper, and how we used to run to the bank very quickly to cash it. Now, we did not have computers at home. Only the
What?
Yes.
Everybody's got computers at home.
No,
Everywhere.
hold on. We had no computers at home.
Okay.
And there was internet. And then they said they were going to no longer give us our check. We got a pay slip, but the pay slip had no money attached to it. They told us that we had to rely on a airy-fairy system in the sky that they were going to pay us.
Oh.
And that was called the EFT, the internet transfers. And that was terrifying.
So the electronic fund transfer gets introduced, and everybody goes, how can I trust the system?
Exactly. What happens if my company doesn't have money anymore? Am I going to get money at the end of the day? Yeah. And the terrifying reality was that you got paid in the evening of the 25th. We couldn't check to see if it was in our bank accounts or not.
So what do? Traipse off to the bank and run and stand in the queue?
But now you've got to go to work the next day, because let's say it was a Wednesday night. So you can't, because you couldn't go to the bank. You only could go to the bank on the Saturday when you didn't work. Or you would have to take time off to go and check that your money was in your bank account.
So you would have lived in absolute fear that you are maybe don't have your pay in your bank account.
Exactly. And now,
the final step was, so now we go to the last and final step. Now money has changed again. Not only is it EFT, but now they talked about crypto.
And
oh my gosh.
Exactly. And now we're in the cryptocurrency space. We're on the online space. And I'm not going to go into cryptocurrencies and what they are and all the rest of it. But you know what? Don't be scared of them. It is our next evolution of money.
I was going to say, next time we talk, what is crypto? See you then.